Good morning. I'm hoping that you're watching this video ahead of the test day. You'll be receiving in your box the following document. It's test preparation and administration. And I'd like you to take note of the items on this, particularly to share with your students the following information. Make certain that they know where their testing room is, that they bring a scientific or graphing calculator or a four-function graphing calculator, no cell phones, nor earbuds. They need to turn their cell phones off and stow it in their backpack on this testing day. Ahead, we're going to talk about test room preparation, and then here I guess some information for you on test day itself. Welcome to testing, Wednesday, October the 19th, period 1, seminar, and period 3. This is classroom preparation. All the desks should be facing in one direction with separation between them. The desks need to be facing a whiteboard or chalkboard so that when you record the test times, all students have that in their vision. There also should be a clock so that students can time that way. If you need a clock, please contact me in the testing office. Please provide a safe area for backpacks to be stowed. Cell phones should be turned off, put into the backpack and zipped. Nobody can access these without your permission and without your visual watch on what's happening. These are two signs that you will use, this one for the door, classroom door, and this one inside the testing room. Each room will have its own box. In the box are multiple items. This box is for the pre-ACT. There's an administration manual and you're advised to read the top part of it and then turn it to page 32 to give directions for the test itself. In each testing box, there is a roster. You will see on the one for the pre-ACT highlighted 3 names. Those students will not test with you, but will be testing in the library or in room 215. They will be sent a call slip to tell them where they will test ahead of time. Your attendance needs to be completed, signed at the bottom and turned in to the attendance office in the morning of the test. Each box contains pencils, some simple 4-function calculators. Students should bring their own calculators. The test can be done without a calculator. I only have a limited number and can only spread those between the 37 boxes I have to use because of the PSAT and the ACT being on the same day. In each box by alpha will be a student answer sheet. The instructions for completing this answer folder will be inside each of these. Students need to write their complete legal name, no abbreviations, but a complete legal name as it appears on their transcript. Every box needs to be completed. For directions on how to do that, use the test book, the test folder. All of this information on the second page must be completed. Item V, supplemental local items, will look like this. We'll have a series of 12 questions and students will choose the answer that best suits their response. All of this information should have been completed with their counsellor when the counsellors came into the classroom. If the student was absent on that day, then they need to best complete that information for themselves. The back of the answer sheet is where the test itself the answers will be bubbled in. Take a look at the pre-ACT form. It will ask for the number of their test document. All of that must be completed. This is a copy of the ACT proctors and rooms. This is by English teacher, so we can see that Greg is in a test room 205. First period will be Gurjita as a proctor, followed by Greg and Greg seminar in period 3. If you go down on this left side, it's always the English teacher, number of students, and so you can see that this is Velasco, period 5 with 17 students and room 22. Those students will test in the cafeteria with Corfax, who's the testing sub. If you have any, you must be very clear, must take a look at this and know that you are committed to this and need to be on time or ahead of time because other teachers are waiting to go to their classes. I'm also going to include a timing schedule because timing is extremely important in these tests, and because we're running 2 tests at the same time with a different timetable, I need them to break at the nutrition break and use this as a bathroom break and nutrition break. So please follow as closely as possible the times that have been described here. When students first come in, try and seat them by alpha and take attendance. And whilst you're doing that, they should be bubbling all the data. That'll keep them quite busy because there's a lot to complete. When you're ready to go on to test 1, you need to read the directions from the testing schedule. And then it follows each one, test 1, when it begins and ends. And then the break, test 2. And I would like you, if you're leaving, to leave open the administration booklet and mark off exactly where you're up to and what the timing is, if the timing is different from what's shown on here. If you have any questions about this, please contact me ahead of the test. At the end of the exam morning, please collect all of the materials. You are responsible for returning everything. You need to count how many booklets you have, how many answer documents you have. It is essential that everything come back. So you're going to need an answer sheet for an answer folder for every student and a test booklet for every student. You need also to return and take into the attendance office your attendance. All of these items must be taken care of as soon as the exam is over. You also need to return pencils and calculators to the testing office in the box in which they came to you. Thank you very much for helping with this very important test. I appreciate all of your efforts.